And welcome to another brand new episode of Live Forex Trading with your host, Peeling Mindset. So welcome. And I'm trying to check the system in the YouTube, and it says that my resolution is more than assigned. Just give me a second, and we will be on. So for now, the Zoom guys have got the access. The Slack friends have got the access to the Zoom, so that's pretty good. And checking to see if everything is up and running in the YouTube. Yeah, I mean, YouTube looks good. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, it looks okay. All right, so we're going to leave it to that for now. The YouTube is just as fine. And what we're going to do is we are actually going to open up the terminal. Terminal needs to be up and ready. Mr. Terminal needs to be up and running. Just give me a second. And there we go.
Good morning.
Good morning. How's it been? Ooh, just give me a second.
Yeah, good. I'm good.
Just a second. Dun dun dun. Logging into my trading view. Boom.
What's
Yep.
trend today?
Just give me a second. And all right, so let's dive into our pairs. And we will see what's happening. So let's go to GJ and see what's happening. This is the first week. This is the first week of the month of July, isn't it? It's the first week. Yep, it is. It's the first week of July, and looks pretty good here. Still the first week, and let's go to the monthly time frame and see what's happening from monthly to our current present time frame. So what we're going to do is we're going to erase everything from our chart, erasing everything from our chart. And if you go into the monthly time frame in pound yen, you can easily see that, you know what? Previous monthly candle actually closed bearish below that recent monthly sort of a resistance level. So a monthly rejection level. So it's actually below that level at this point in time. So what I can do is I can actually note this level down. So that was a previous recent sort of a traffic on the left hand side that the price has actually respected, right? So 100% price has actually respected that level. Current monthly candle is only in its first few days. So obviously if there's enough bullish momentum in the pound yen sort of a market, looking at the recent price action, if there's enough momentum, we can definitely expect the current monthly candle to actually retrace down before heading up, as we know. All right, so at this point in time, we can't really talk and we can't really say with enough provided data that, you know what, monthly candle is certain to move in any sort of direction. So what we can do is we can actually go into weekly time frame and see what's happening in the most recent price action in a weekly time frame. So looking at the weekly time frame, look at this. Look at the most recent price action. Look at this. Look at this. What's happening in weekly sort of a time frame in pound yen? Price has been moving up. Price has been making this easily spottable. For example, just give me a second. My terminal is a little bit funny today, so it's actually a little bit funny. My terminal is a little bit funny. Why is it funny? Just give me a second. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so my terminal is running. Now watch this. So if you look at the weekly time frame, it's easy to spot that, you know what, price has been moving up, making high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows. And potentially, if this is a high on a weekly sort of a time frame and the momentum is bullish, definitely a bullish momentum, we can clearly see price retesting highs. That's what the price has been doing, right? So that's what the price action has been showing us from time and again. So for the weekly candles to move up, we can definitely expect price to do something similar like the previous weekly candle. Look at how the previous weekly candle actually closed with a long wick on the downside. So for this current weekly candle to push up, if feeling this clear traffic on the left hand side, it has to make a clear wick on the downside before moving up. That's something we can expect. Definitely expect. And we are obviously in the first few days of this weekly candle, so gotta be relaxed. Obviously, it's a Monday. You know, I see a lot of beginner traders rushing in a Monday sort of a market. There is no use of rushing in a Monday market. I can tell you this. And this is the actual first few days of the month. So what happens in the first few days of the month? Market actually tries and set itself. Right? It doesn't move heavily in some sort of direction. The bias hasn't been set yet. There hasn't been enough orders being placed in the market. So potentially we have to wait for the market to form some sort of decent structure, and definitely we can have a strong bias. But looking at the weekly candle, looking at the weekly structure, definitely one of the bias could be buys. Now, some of the people may disagree, and some of the people may even say that, you know what, previous weekly candle closing bearish tells us that, you know what, there could be signs of sell as well. That could be the case as well. But looking at the most recent price action from the bottom, if you call out sells in an early sort of a manner in the middle of the range, that could be an early sell. That could be a very early sell. So now at this point in time, what we can do is we can actually jump into the daily time frame. Now looking into the daily time frame, look at this. Look at the way how the daily candles are forming. The rejections are getting higher and higher. Look at this. This was one of the rejection. Another rejection getting higher and higher, another rejection getting higher and higher, another rejection getting higher and higher. So at this point in time, daily candle is above this daily support. If this is a potential daily support, and if this is a daily resistance that the price is right now around, it's actually visible that, you know what, previous daily candle closed with a wick on the bottom, a rejection wick on the bottom. And if there are chances for the price to move up, it has to potentially close above this resistance. Obviously, this is a Monday, as I've said already, and we are trying to see how this weekly sort of a time frame may pan out eventually. So we are trying to read the market from the higher time frame and slowly breaking it down and relating it to the recent lower time frame price action. That's what we are trying to do here. I'm not trying to call out a trade. I'm trying to read the market, break the market in a way that I understand, right? So that's what I'm trying to do here. So look at the daily candle. Obviously, daily candle near this daily support. For example, I can clearly note this as a daily support level. So this level could be a daily support area. Now let's go to the 4-hour time frame and see what's happening in 4-hour. Look at this. 4-hour candles are clearly ranging side by side. For example, if I had to note down a clear range, this is a potential range that the price is in. So this range is in about 25 pips of range that the GJ candles are in right now. So in about 25 pips of range. So potentially this could be a no trade range. Could be a no trade range. At the same time, what I'm going to see is I'm going to see if there's any calendared economical event happening today. So let's see what's happening in today's market. So it looks like July 5th. We have US bank holiday. Okay. It's actually funny. If there's US bank holiday, there may be less volume in the market, and there's no use in rushing into any sort of trades if there's a bank holiday. I didn't know today was a bank holiday. I didn't check. So that's pretty funny. I may even call it an early day if the market doesn't move consistent. So what I might do is I might call it a day. Obviously, it makes sense to call it a day early because it's the first week of the month. It's the first day of the week, and it's a bank holiday. So do you really want to force a trade? I mean, no, not really, right? We're just here to have fun. We're just here to answer some questions. If people have some questions regarding price action, whatever, you know, if our experience, if we can help, so we will definitely help. So Motsub here has sent a chart. So Motsub in the chat has sent a chart. He says he got a good buy around London session. Oh, interesting. So he's looking into pound USD. Oh, that's cool. We're going to look at the chart in just a second. Until then, we're going to break down the chart of GJ. So look at this. Looking at the 4-hour candle one more time. So candles have been in the recent price action. In today's market, pound yen. Look at this. For example, in today's market, pound yen was pushing up. So around Asian session, price was pushing up pretty heavy. Price is pushing up pretty heavy. So around London session, we got the peak price on the top, and the prices are bearish ever since, right? So the Asian session pushed the price up, and London session pushed the price down. So what's happening? It almost seems as if market is ranging, which makes sense. Again, I'm going to repeat the same thing I said before. It's the first day of the week. It's the first week of the month. So do we really expect a lot of volume? I mean, not really, right? So not a lot of volume seen around these times. So 4 hour is clearly ranging, as I've said. And if, just give me a second, if this is a potential 4 hour support that the current 4 hour is tapping off of at this point in time, if any of the hourly candle, or at least a 30-minute candle, closes above, let's say 153,670 sort of a level, there could be a potential buying opportunity, but the range is going to be a really tight range, and the range is in about 15 to in about 20 pips of range on the upside if there are buys coming in, okay? So have to keep an eye open because this current 4 hour candle is still open, right? So it's still open. Previous 4 hour candle closed bearish after this rejection around this 153,670 sort of a level. So there could be a chance of sell as well. But do I really want to take a trade in this no trade range? Do I really want to take a trade in this funny range? Maybe no, because I'm a big fan of clean traffic on the left hand side. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do now. Looking to the 2 hour time frame, all right, looking to the 2 hour time frame, what I see is, look at this. So the most recent two hour candles actually closed bearish with a rejection from the top. So the most recent price action from the top, these are the candles from the London session. Obviously price hasn't experienced a lot of volume. We can clearly see price only moved around 15 pips, around 15 pips on the downside, and so it tapped almost about 17 pips on the downside and retracing pretty heavy. So it's pretty clear that the price action is rangy, right? So I have to wait for this 2 hour candle to close, which is going to happen in the next 8 minutes. Obviously, this current 2 hour candle is very close to this 2 hour support level at this point in time. So I mean, yeah, price action is pretty rangy. I don't really want to force any trade here. Look at this. Hourly candles. If you look into the hourly candles are clearly ranging side by side, man. Clearly ranging side by side. If I forcefully take a trade, I mean, I know it's not going to work, especially when there's no volume. So I don't know, man. I'm going to wait for candles on a 2 hour time frame, especially not on a 2 hour time frame, on a 4 hour time frame, to especially close above 153,670 if there's any potential volume. So I have to wait a little bit more. And I know some of the beginner traders out there, they're not a big fan. They're not a big fan of waiting. So they're definitely not going to agree with me. They're going to disagree with me. They're going to say that, you know what? Oh, man, I took a buy and it's working. You know, I don't know. If it's going to work for you, perfect. So on a 4 hour time frame, I was waiting for 153,670. Now, if I have to adjust that level, for example, you can easily draw a level on a higher time frame and come back to the chart and correct it, looking at the most recent micro price action. So if you look into the detailed price action, now what you can do is you can actually measure the range from here. Let's see. Range from 153,685 to here. It's in about 5 pips. Nothing. Oh man. I want to stay away from this. To be honest, I would love to stay away from this. Yeah. To be honest, if I wasn't streaming, I would call it a day. If this was a normal day where I was trading alone, I'll be calling it a day. I'm not even kidding. I'll just call it a day, and I would just come back on Tuesday. I know that does put a lot of traders off, but it's not about forcing trade, right? At the end of the day, it's about getting the quality trade. So I don't know, man. I'm not putting you guys off, but it seems like it could be a character building day just by the get-go. So let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see if I can share my sound with you guys. In a bit, we're gonna play some music so that we can chill with the music and as well our price action. All right, so FX Education on YouTube is saying, can you analyze gold, please? Oh yeah, we will analyze gold, 100%. We're gonna analyze gold. So pound yen, I'm gonna stay out of pound yen. To be honest, I'm gonna stay out of pound yen. I'm going to stay out of pound yen for selling opportunity. Have to wait for price to close at least below 153.415 to start with. So we will check. We'll check. For now, pound yen is a bye-bye for me. Bye-bye, Mr. Pound Yen. So let's look into the gold and let's see what gold is doing. Let's break down gold's chart from a monthly sort of a time frame till our smaller price action candle. So let's see. Just give me a second. My terminal here is acting funny today. So it's going to take me a little bit of time. And come on, man. Oh, gold. Come on. What are you doing? What are you doing, mate? What are you doing, mate? Come on. Mr. Gold, don't act funny, please. Can you not act funny, Mr. Gold? Oh, man. Come on. Come on, dude. So the terminal took me somewhere around 1400s. It took me to the levels of 1400s. I'm literally dragging my chart at this point in time. Literally dragging my chart on the upside. Come on, gold. Don't do this, mate. Let's see. Now, come on. It's taking me to 1600 now. All right, now I'm on my proper stage at this point in time. So let's see. So let's look into the monthly time frame and see what's happening. So obviously, previous monthly candle closed bearish. That's a good sign for some bearish sentiment or bearish movement to start. So the previous monthly candle closing bearish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all of the drawing from gold here as well. So if you look into the monthly time frame in gold, previous monthly candle closing bearish is a very healthy sign for the bearish momentum or bearish sentiment to start. Now, for a clear sort of a bearish sign, obviously we have to see and wait for the candles to break this low. That way we have a lot of clear traffic on the downside. So if the gold is actually about to start a bearish momentum, it kind of makes sense for this monthly candle to move up before moving down. Why does it make sense for this monthly candle to move up before moving down? Because if this monthly candle moves up before heading down, that could signify, or that could be a sign that, you know what, that is a liquidity grab before the price is moving down. So it kind of makes sense for this price to move up before moving down. So if you go into the weekly time frame, let's see what's happening on a weekly sort of a time frame. So weekly time frame, look at this. This is the most recent weekly support. So we can easily draw this weekly support. Dun, dun, dun. That is the weekly support right there. Obviously, we had a lot of push on the downside, heavy pushes on the downside. And anybody can tell you that, you know what, if prices are pushing down, price is going to make a lower low and lower high, lower low, lower high, low low, lower high, low low. So potentially, if price is doing something similar here before moving down, it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense. So we do have clear traffic on the left-hand side on a high time frame. So just have to wait for the gold to actually move in a consistent direction. If that is the original direction on the downside, that'll be lovely. That will be lovely. So the current weekly candle is still bullish. Previous weekly candle closed bullish with a long rejection wick from the bottom. So that is a sign for some bullish movement on a weekly time frame. Let's go into the daily time frame and see what's happening on a daily time frame here. Look at this. On a daily sort of a time frame, this right here, this right here is a daily range that the price has broke above. Previous daily candle broke above the range, and the current daily candle is still bullish, showing some bullish posture, has a decent low wick, and has a decent bullish body at this point in time. So it's actually interesting to see up till where is the price going to move up. Maybe this could be a first target for gold to move up to, or this could be an early target for gold to move up to, right? So let's go into the 4-hour time frame and see what's happening. Daily candle pretty bullish, and 4-hour candle have clear traffic on the left hand side. So this, on the other hand, let's see. This, on the other hand, could be another target for the gold to tap into before heading down, obviously. So look at this. Look at the way how the previous 4-hour candle closed. Previous 4-hour candle actually closed above this 4-hour resistance, also above this recent 4-hour sort of a resistance. And it kind of makes sense for the price to continue up, but we have to see up till where is it comfortable to see or scale into buy. So let's see what's happening in the smaller time frame, right? So 4-hour candle, current 4-hour candle has a decent lower wick on the bottom. If there's enough volume in gold, prices may push up. That's something I can tell from the structure easily. Anybody can tell. Anybody can tell the structure kind of makes sense for bullish sort of a bias. It kind of makes sense for bullish bias, 100%. It makes sense, right? So let's go to the 2-hour time frame and see what's happening. All right, so into the 2-hour time frame, we have, so the previous 2-hour candle has closed bullish, which is a good sign for further move up. But in relation to volume, look at this. Look at the candle's body size in relation to volume. So for example, the candle's body size getting smaller and smaller on the upside. So what can that mean? That could potentially mean that, you know what? But the volume on the upside may be dying. So if the volume on the upside is dying, what do we have to do? Do we take sell now? No, not at all. We have to kind of wait until the price moves, until the price finds its original direction, right? So look at this. This is the beginning of the 2-hour. And if the volume on the upside is dying, have to see candles first closing below, let's say, I would call this 1789.80. All right, so for sales to be active, or if I have to take sales, I have to see candles closing below 1789.80 at least a 30-minute, at least an hourly candle close below, right? So that way I can scale into sales. But for now, it looks so apparent for a buy. So what do I do? I go into the smaller time frame and see if there's any potential support. Now look at this. This is the most recent hourly support that has formed. Right, so this is the most recent hourly support that price has actually formed. So now for the price in gold to move up, it just has to respect this support. If candles starts closing below the support, maybe the bias of buy is getting weaker and weaker. So what do? I have to wait for the candles to move in its original direction, and that could only happen after I wait for a candle to close. So for now, which candle is closing? Maybe I go into the 30-minute time frame and see what's happening in 30 minutes. Look at this. 30 minutes seems as if it's ranging side by side. It actually seems as if it's ranging side by side. And in today's gold market, so if you actually go into if you actually see the market, what happened around the Asian session, look at this. Asian session was ranging, pushed up midway through the Asian session and kind of moved down. So almost like rangy price action, right? So what happened around the London session? Okay, so the London session price moved up, started moving up, started consolidating and pushed up pretty heavily. London session prices pushed up pretty heavy, and there isn't any correction in the market. So what I've seen in the past is in the price action in gold and in price action in pound yen is that market actually does correct what happened in the previous session. It does some correction. So if market is actually correcting whatever happened in the London session, I have to see candles close below this gray area and eventually below 1789.80, and that will be lovely. Until then, I'm just waiting, man. If the prices are pushing up, I have to wait for this 30-minute candle to flip bullish. If there's sales coming in, it's too early for me to take a sell because price is in a range. Price is in this 20 pips range. So kind of have to wait. I have to kind of wait. And again, at the same time, this is another disclaimer I've been putting into my YouTube channel, also the Zoom channel. This channel is not a financial advisory channel, obviously. If you guys are looking into investment or looking to put your money into any sort of instrument out there, looking to trade Forex, make sure you take professional advice from a professional financial advisory sort of a agent, whatever that is. So this is only an educational stream where we discuss ideas, where we critique ideas and have some good times with some friends from our Slack community. So make sure you take proper advice before you invest. This is not a financial advisory channel. Thank you. And we are going to carry on. That's one of the disclaimer I put in every time now. I have to put that in. So anyways, so looking to the 30-minute time frame, as I said, price has been ranging pretty much. Price has been ranging. Let's see what's going to happen in the next 25 minutes. We will see. Obviously, if prices are going to come back in this range and potentially close below this gray area and potentially below this this area, below this low, I mean, I'm gonna look into sales at that point of time. But I have to wait. I have to wait and see what's going to happen. If there's any question, if there's anything else, just shoot me up, that's all. So let's go into pound USD. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually set an alert around 1791.11. So that's going to be my alert zone right there. To be honest, my terminal is acting so funny, man. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding, man. God damn. And it's July, so I'm going to shift my brokerage pretty soon this month, and that will be lovely. So I'm getting a transfer to Dominion within this month. So that will be lovely. That will be lovely. That will be lovely. So for the bias of buy to play out, I need to see this current hourly candle kind of respecting this previously formed hourly support and start flipping bullish. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Until then, if there's any question, if there's anything, just shoot me up, man. Just shoot me the question. If I can help, I can help, So make the stream more valuable just by asking questions. On YouTube, Ouroboros says, better to not trade than lose. That's correct. And Tech Jarus says, USD is closed means all other pairs will not move even they don't have USD in them. Well, not technically not correct. So over the past time, what we've seen is, for example, if there's a US bank holiday, which majorly contributes to the New York session. And as we are in the New York session, what we have seen over the time is prices either not move at all, price just range throughout the session until the next day, or prices move in a crazy way. Can you believe it? So it's kind of funny. All right, for now, the hourly candle is retracing down pretty heavy in its first few minutes. We are 8 minutes. We are 8 minutes in the hourly candle at this point of time. And it's kind of retracing down pretty heavy. So for the bullish sort of a price, bullish sort of a buyers, have to see candles flipping bullish. Otherwise, sales may play out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head into the 30-minute time frame one more time. 30-minute time frame. Look at this. So the current 30-minute candle almost engulfing the previous 30-minute candle. So it's kind of funny. It is kind of funny. Now let's go to the 30-minute time frame and see what's happening at 30-minute. 30-minute, look at this. 15-minute, I mean, you say. So the current 15-minute... All right, so 15-minute candle has 7 more minutes left for its close, and it's actually clearly ranging side by side. Gold 15-minute clearly ranging side by side. Current 15-minute candle has engulfed the previous 15-minute candle, has broken the low, is very close to this gray area at this point of time. So if the prices are trying to move down, have to see candles closing bearish below this gray area, and eventually below this this 1789.80 sort of a level. And that way we may get some sell here. Sales could make sense. Sales could make sense. All right, so FX Education on YouTube is saying, how do you meet Roger Bank? I mean, you cannot really meet Roger Bank. He is really busy, and he is in a different nation right now. She has just had a international. Well, he just had a. How do you say that? How did you say that? Move out? Oh yeah, he just had a move out. You know, he just moved. He moved his house to another country, so you cannot meet Roger Banks. I don't think you can meet Roger Banks unless you go to his country. And FX Education is says, tell about something how you come into trading world and Roger Bank. Oh, all right. So here's the thing. So trading is a really fascinating idea, right? So we actually, when I was in college back in home, we got the idea of trading shares, trading, trading all these commodities and stuff in a really low leverage. But at that time, it was not so fascinating. So I was in and out, and was just learning about stuff, right? Learning about stuff. But obviously couldn't trade because of the low leverage available in my country, my hometown. And later, when I moved to Australia, I got to know that, you know what, Australian brokers are allowing really high leverage. So with even smaller amount of money at that point in time, it kind of made sense to learn Forex. And I was interested into it more, and a lot of research into it. And some of my best friends were also trading FX. So we did stuffs together, sharing contents, and we followed Raja Banks from Twitch. So we started following Roger Banks. You know, he was sharing his free contents free on Twitch. So started following him from Twitch, and we moved to Mixer, we moved to YouTube, and we are a part of family right now. So pretty cool. Pretty cool, I have to say. Pretty cool. So on YouTube, DJ Z says, you don't need to repeat everything 5 times. Oh, well, it's just a part of me. You know, I have to repeat things, because I constantly want to remind myself the things. I believe that there are a lot of beginner traders out here. So if I repeat the same thing maybe several times, maybe 1 time out of the 5 times, it's going to help them. So definitely. And Palin says relocated. Yeah, that's correct, Palin. Palin is my grammar grammar help. She's my dictionary right here. And FX Education says he's now in Pakistan. That's correct. And oh man, oh, this guy's pretty rude. This guy, whoever this is, he's passing on bad comments to me. Come on, man. You're passing bad comments to me? Why would you do that? That's not nice. Spread some love, dude. And we are all about positive vibes here, you know. We don't want to share negative vibes. So if you don't like the stream, please get out of the stream. Don't come over here. You know, it's not meant for you. It's not meant for you. This stream is only meant for people who are willing to learn. Again, at the same time, this is not a financial advisory channel. But again, at the same time, as a human, you should be able to accept the fact that, you know what, wherever you go, you learn something. Maybe if you're a trader, you learn something about trade. Maybe if you're a positivity enthusiast, maybe you learn about positivity, because our stream never encourages discrimination or negative vibes. We're all here to kind of have a good time. So yeah, man, if you don't like the stream, please never do come back. That's all I can say. And we recently hit that 430 subscribers, so that's pretty cool. On YouTube, we just hit that 430 subscribers, so that is pretty cool. And this 15-minute candle is going to close in the next 2 minutes, so we will see what's going to happen if this 15-minute candle finally closes below the gray area, or what is exactly going to happen. All right, and Tech Jarrus says, let him stay. See your success over time. Oh, yeah. Our DJ Z says bad stuff. He's saying, I came to learn, but you're terrible. Yeah, man. I think you're way you're a way better trader. So you better do your own you better do your own stream. You better do your own content and your own trading. You don't need to come into rooms and spam the chart, man. Come on, dude. Come on, man. Come on. Palin says, have you ever climbed Mount Everest? No, I haven't. It takes a lot of money, to be honest. It takes a lot of money to climb that Mount Everest. You can go to the base camp. It's for free. As a domestic tourist, you can actually go. But yeah, climbing Mount Everest, the cost of climbing Mount Everest, it's pretty high. The tax amount is pretty high. The price range for a standard supported climb range, fully custom climb run over. Look at this. And you got to pay the tax on this too. It's like 100-something thousand. I don't know. So you better just enjoy it, And there have been a lot of famous discussion about how people actually kind of, what is the exact word? Kind of pollute, kind of destroy and degrade somebody else's property. I mean, Mount Everest is the natural property, a natural beauty in Nepal, and people don't get this fact that some of the people don't like them climbing the mountain. It may seem fancy, it may seem like something adventurous, but it's kind of sacred for some of the people out there. It's kind of sacred, so they don't really understand that. In Australia, there are some of the mountains that people are not allowed to climb because of its sacred value behind it. But Nepal being a developing country, they're selling off the tickets to climb the mountain. I don't know. Our FX education says, why new traders should focus on only one pair? What's the fact behind it? It's an interesting idea, obviously. So focusing on one pair is actually going to allow you, for example, over some period of time, when you start focusing on one or two pair, you will start understanding the behavior of that pair. You will know the normal characteristics. For example, I have been trading pound yen for some time now, and I know the qualities of the movement, and I know how the price moves, and I know when to stay out of the market. For example, if pound yen is acting really funny in a sort of a way that I've never seen it, I'm going to stay out of that market because in my experience, I know that, if the pound yen is acting really funny, I'm going to stay out of it. But if I know that, pound yen is moving such nice and smooth at this point in time, and I've seen this several times happening, I am going to capitalize off of that movement. So that's why sticking to one pair is actually amazing. Is actually an amazing idea. And you will kind of master the trade. It's obviously there's no such thing as mastering a pair, but you will kind of be a master to yourself. You will know the ins and out of that pair. So definitely sticking to one pair could help you. Could actually help you. And we are still waiting. So the previous 15-minute candle actually closed bearish, engulfing the previous 15-minute candle. So there could be chances for sell. Obviously, 15-minute candle is ranging side by side. I'm not going to force any trade, but oh yeah, liking roses says check your dislikes. Ha ha ha. Oh, yep. So that's fine. That's cool. That's cool. So the thing is, they don't understand. If they don't really like the content, it's okay. They can get out of here. But if they really wanna boost my channel by engaging the likes and dislikes, it's actually a good advantage for me. So it's okay. I don't mind. I absolutely don't mind. At the end of the day, they will be the one who will be coming to the stream and checking out our trades, so that's fine. There's always a part for this haters out there in the world. I don't know how, but there are haters out there, And I don't know what they get from that hatred, but still, there are. It's pretty funny. To be honest, pretty funny. Pretty funny. Pretty funny. And let's play some music right now. Let's look at Motsup's chart. So Motsup sent us a chart. Let's have a look at what Motsup did. So GBP USD 30-minute. Also, he took a buy around here. He was looking at the channel. So entry condition, break of the bull flag. He was looking at the bull flag, retest of the descending channel. I mean, it's a lot of stuff, but it kind of looks good. Kind of looks good because it looks as if a support was formed there and you took a trade. So I mean, you worked it out. Motsup pretty good. And this is the 2-hour chart, is it? 30, 60, 64. Oh no, this is 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart. So pretty good. The 4-hour kind of made sense. Pretty good, Motsup. Pretty good. Pretty good. Take Jarus on YouTube says likes 1. Oop. Are we winning? Are we winning? That's good. That's good. That's pretty good. And Adnan says a like hit TP. Pretty good. Pretty good. And Palin says peeling mindset. Thank you for showing up. We really appreciate it. I mean, you guys are welcome. You guys are definitely welcome. Definitely welcome. Please don't mind me. I'm really hungry and it's night time here, so I kind of have to eat at the same time. Really sorry for that. Alrighty, so the current 15-minute candle actually broke the previous 15-minute candle's low at this point in time. It's kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. Let's look at pound USD. Pound USD pushing up nice and slow. Wow, man. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Beautiful. All right, so on YouTube, it's going to be okay. Oh my God, man. Your channel name is pretty good, huh? It's going to be okay. So he says, what has been your biggest profit in FX? So depends. Depends. So in a day, So let me remember. In a day, my biggest profit in a day was probably 2K. 2K US dollar. That was it. 2K US dollar. And I was trading Asian session, London session, and New York session at the same time, the same day. So it was pretty funny. So 2K was the biggest winner, I think. But it doesn't help you. You know, these sort of questions are not going to help you. Try and ask questions about candles or price action or whatever, so that it could help you. So that it could help you. So it's going to be okay is saying, what's your max lot limit? If I got that question right, are you talking about how much of a lot do I use? I mean, that's not going to help you too. But so at this point in time, from mid-March, mid-April, I actually upped my lot. So obviously, I'm not suggesting anybody to use this lot, but personally, I'm using 2.5 to 5, so it's pretty good. 2.5 to 5 from mid-April, so that's pretty good. All right, so Vic says, what was the first strategy that you mastered? I mean, I'm still learning, right? So the thing with mastering some strategy, I won't brag about actually mastering a strategy, but I really do respect price action. At the beginning, we were trading, so my friend Kevin comes in every time, and he, me, and some of my best friends, we started trading with Fibonacci's and all, and later on we moved to Roger Banks' stream, and we saw Ted talking about price action. So price action really did caught our eyes, and price action has been the best strategy that has actually helped me become profitable till this day. So price action is the key. And definitely beginner traders are going to be profitable if they only focus on price action. You know, they don't need to focus this freaking indicator, or they don't really need to master this structure or whatever bullshit. You know, if you kind of understand price action, that is the king. Price action is the king. So definitely it's going to help a lot. So it's going to be okay, says, if a candle close in a doji manner, what does that mean? And should you exit your position in case of a reversal? Very interesting question. So again, it depends how the candle has closed dodgy, and depends when it has closed dodgy, right? So for example, look at this. Look at the way this candle closed dodgy here in gold, 30-minute time frame. Oh, for now the 30-minute candle in gold is retracing down pretty heavy. 30-minute candle closing in the next 3 minutes. So I'm going to focus on this for now. I'm going to answer your question in a second. So the current 30-minute candle actually is below this gray area. In the next 3 minutes, if this 30-minute candle closes bearish below that level, there are chances that price can push down and correct the London pump, because eventually price has to even out. This is something I picked up from one of the webinars. Pretty important idea, that the market doesn't just move in one direction for the whole session, right? It has to sort of even out, or it sort of have to come to an average. So if the market is going to be corrected, we may even see a push down. So try to see if that's actually going to happen. And the thing about dodgy candle again, so look at this. Sometimes dodgy candle may signal that, you know what, maybe there is a really strong battle between the bearish sort of a market and the bearish sort of a market and the bullish sort of a market, right? And that means it's sort of an indecision. And after this sort of dodgy candle formation, if the candle start reversing to your position, man, I think the best way to look at it will be a risk management sort of a point of view. So kind of start managing a position, because if the volume is dying, man, your position is going to be taken out 100%. So do you really want to be a part of loss? You know, at that point in time, you have to ask. And the thing about dodgy candle, you just ask about exiting and seeing a reversal. You have to kind of backtest the idea live. I cannot just give you a cookie cutting sort of an idea. It doesn't work like that, right? But the idea behind a doji candle is definitely maybe there is no volume, or maybe there's a indecision, or something is happening, and something could be reversal. But does that mean you just close your trade right away? Maybe no. Right? For example, if I was in buy from here, and if this candle closed dodgy, am I going to close my position? Maybe no. Look at the next candle. The next candle just pushed up heavily. So it kind of have to make sense. All right, now look at this. So the current 30-minute candle has 1 more minute left for its close, and the 30-minute candle kind of is below this gray area. So what does that tell us? That tells us that, you know what, bias could be sells. For now, the bias could be sells. Let's go into the 15-minute time frame. 15-minute time frame looking pretty clear. Looks like it's going to push down. Looks like it's actually going to push down. Let's see. Yep, on the hourly time frame. So the current hourly candle hasn't broken the previous hourly candle's low, but has broken the previous hourly support. So the bias for buys is slowly getting weaker and weaker. So if the bias for buys is getting weaker and weaker, what's happening next? Maybe potentially sell, right? So that is something you can say on your own. You don't need anybody else to tell you that. I mean, obviously, if the bias of buy is getting weaker, what else is going to be stronger? The bias for sell, right? So let's see what's going to happen. Sanchit on YouTube says, what about using auto block Judas swing? I kind of haven't looked into auto blocks. I've heard about ideas from somebody else, but from my first-hand experience, I haven't learned in detail. Sanchit. So if it kind of makes sense for you, I mean, yeah, go for it. But I suggest people to focus on price action before any other external theories or external sort of a indicators out there. Focus on price action. And Adnan says, how can you have a price action strategy as written strategy? I don't know. All right, so the thing with price action, learning price action, is how much of experience have you got, right? So there was a question from somebody before where he was asking, is it actually a good idea for beginner traders to focus on one pair? Yes, it's important because that way you're documenting price action with your journals, and you're backtesting price action in that one specific pair for some time, and that is going to count as your experience. So your experience now later with your written sort of a trading plan, your written sort of a trading rules are going to help you pass through several experience levels, and that is going to be your price action strategy or your price action reading. And price action reading only comes with your storytelling abilities. And your storytelling abilities only comes with experience after studying one pair for some time. So there isn't any cookie cutting idea about price action. You wouldn't get that. 100% you wouldn't. If somebody out there tells you that, you know what, I'm going to teach you price action to the T, I mean, I don't know how much of a truth that is. That cannot be fully truth. If somebody tells you they're going to teach you price action 100%, I mean, I don't know, man. Price can behave any way. So that's the thing about price action. We actually got a lot of friends here from Slack. 16 people, that's pretty cool. 16 friends, 16 people from our Slack community. That's pretty cool, to be honest. We used to have like 8 or 9 people. And I know people who come here regularly. It's Vic who comes here regularly. 2017, Tariq comes regularly. And we have Motsab coming in regularly. We have Rudhanok. And yeah. They're pretty good. We have a lot of friends coming in here regularly, so pretty cool, pretty cool. Sanchit says, US holiday today, no sense, it doesn't make sense to trade today. That's correct. Sanchit is correct. That is correct. We just here, I mean the stream is as regular as it could be. You know, even if it's a bank holiday, we're not trying to force any trade. You see, we're trying to stay relaxed and trying to see if there's any quality trades that's happening. If there's nothing happening, obviously there's no trades taken from my side. So kind of relax at this point in time. Kind of relaxed. Oh no. On YouTube, Tech Jarrus says, man, you forgot me on the daily viewer. No. Tech Jarrus has been consistent. We have Palin. Palin comes in regular. Palin comes in regular. Jackie Yam comes in regular. We have a lot of friends that come in regular here. A lot of guys that come in regular. Ooh, look at this. Look at the way how the previous 30-minute candle actually moved. It rejected this gray area, rejected the range, and is starting to break the previous low. So it looks like prices in gold are going to push down here. And we are in about 26 minutes away from the market open. So if this was a range in gold, if this was the range, price broke out of the range. Look at the way the price broke out of the range. The second candle is rejecting that range with its wick. So there is higher chance for the price to actually push down than anything else at this point in time, because it has broken the previous low, and there is high chance for the price to move down and correct this London pump. So that is my analogy at this point in time. All right, Adnan says, tomorrow is AUD interest rate. Is there any way we can trade? Man, trust me, AUD is going through a lot of funny things right now. Emergency lockdowns within 6 to 12 hours. So you don't want to be part of that misery. So I don't suggest trading a high impact news. Interest rates, man, come on, you want to stay away from that. But I don't know. I don't know what your strategy is, so I cannot really tell, right? So for now, look at the way how it's moving down. It's moving down. So I'm trying to take a sell below 1789.80. I'm going to see what's going to happen. On a 30-minute time frame, it looks good. On an hourly time frame, current hourly candle has broken the previous hourly candle's low, and the bias for sell is getting better and better. Let's see what's going to happen. And gold is pushing down. Yep. Pushing down, sir. Pushing down. Beautiful. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Alrighty. Ooh, and gold is pushing down. Gold is pushing down. Gold is pushing down. There's no one stopping gold here. Man, oh man. Yeah, I think I've missed gold sell here. I think I've missed gold sell. Yep, I think I've missed gold sell. Anyways, waiting. But I think this London pump is going to be corrected, man. That's what I think. All right, so Tito Georgiev says 1789.05, 1789.05 could act as a support. Oh, that could be the case. That could be the case. But if this is the volume time, this is the usual volume time. Obviously, U.S. Bank has some sort of holiday today, right? And we know that when there is holiday, either there's no movement at all, or if there's heavy movement, right? So price in gold do move sometimes crazy. I am not expecting it to move crazy, and if it's not moving, obviously it can respect this support. But if there's enough volume in the price, whatever happened in the London session, whatever happened here, could be corrected. That's all I'm saying. So that could be the case. I haven't taken a position yet, so I'm still waiting. And Tito says entries could be if it breaks, if it could break that 1789.50 sort of level. That could be the case. That actually could be the case. I'm still waiting. I'm obviously waiting, you know. So after this 15-minute candle sort of reacted with this range, on the break of this low, that was the entry, man. I missed it. Obviously, I was eating food, whatever, bullshit. But yeah, that was a trade. Obviously, that was the entry. After this candle reacted with a gray area on the break of the low, that was the entry right there. If you don't know how that could have been taken, maybe with a pending or something. So I'm actually going to journal this trade after. When I finish the stream, I'm going to journal this trade. This was a pre-New York session stream, pre-New York session trade right there. So Palin on YouTube says, Anuj, which session has more volume, London or New York? It kind of depends. I've seen a lot of volume in London session, but the volume from London session kind of moves in cycle, to be honest. One day, one of the sessions in London session, it's kind of a lot of volume. The other, you know, it's sort of normal. The other, it's like no volume, so it depends. I've seen London session and New York session for some consistent time now, and I like New York session. I like New York session better, but you have to kind of see. You have to kind of see how the candles are moving. So, for example, this was the London move in today's gold market. Whatever happened. Ooh, it's pushing down. Man, oh man. I think I've missed my entry right here. Yep, looks like it's actually going to correct that that push on the push from the London session here. And the 2-hour candle is bearish. We are in about 18 minutes away from the market open, and I haven't taken any position yet. This could be a character building day for me. Obviously, I saw sales coming in, but it is what it is. You know, sometimes it's just what it is. All right, Tito says, yes, but after that 30-minute broke that low of the previous ones, there was a bunch of rejection week on the left-hand side. You don't know if it wasn't going to reject again. That could be the case. That could be the case. But if you look into the, for example, let's say, if you look into the hourly sort of a price action, right? And again, at the back of the head, we know that today was supposed to be no volume day. So why did the London market actually push the gold up? And then eventually, what I've seen over time is around these sort of session or around these sort of times, especially when there's bank holiday and there has been a significant push in the market. Either the market ranges for another day, or it actually corrects whatever happened that session. So if the push from the London session is being corrected, this is going to add up to my experience, and I'm going to write this down and journal this again and tell myself that, you know what, the London push was corrected eventually. So yeah, that's going to be the case. Let's see what's going to happen. Yeah, hourly candle looking pretty strong. 30-minute candle, to be honest, looking pretty strong at this point in time. Hourly candle is going to close in the next 16 minutes, and that's going to be the open of the New York market as well. Even if US Bank does have holidays, let's see how the gold's going to move. Let's see. Keeping an eyes open. So FX Education on YouTube says, why gold moves suddenly? There's no clean ranges. Please explain how you could catch those moves. So the thing with sudden moves in gold is kind of have to make sense. You have to at least see a clear range on one of the time frames that you base yourself off of. And what I do is in gold, if I have to catch a sudden move or if I know there's a lot of volume coming in, so what I do is I place pending. But obviously this is not a financial advisory, so you have to research and backtest on your own, but that's been working for me. Pending orders have been working for me. For now, it's pushing down pretty heavy. 15-minute candle closing in the next 7 seconds. I'm going to place a pending around here. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Am I going to get a push down or what's going to happen? I am going to place a pending once this candle makes its high. Let's see. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. It looks like the price in gold eventually pushing down. Yeah, pretty close to this New York Bank open at this point in time. New York market open at this point in time. So I'm asking myself, do I really want to place a pending around here? Should I? And I'm telling myself, maybe no. Maybe no. So let's see what's going to happen. I need a proper resistance before the price pushes down. Obviously, if I miss out any sort of trade, it's okay. Because again, at the same time, it's Monday. So I can wait. I can wait. Ooh, it's pushing down. It's pushing down. Yep, looks like it's going to push down. Yeah, man, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. It kind of makes sense to push down, but ooh, it's pushing down. It's pushing down. Pushing down. I wanted to see a 5-minute resistance before the price could push down. Our VIX says VIX looking for a pending around 1788. Yeah, I was looking for pending around this area. I mean, price is still here. I haven't placed the pending yet, so still waiting. Still kind of waiting. I'm still waiting. I've seen gold move from zone to zone, nice 25 pips. That's correct. That's actually correct. Let's see what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen in the next 13 minutes? Ooh, Mr. Kevin's here. Mr. Kevin's in the house. Mr. Kevin's in the house. Mr. Kevin's in the house. Ooh, look at this. Look at the way it's retracing. I haven't taken any position yet. Let's see. Let's see if the bias of sell is going to work anywhere closer today. Let's see. I mean, 4-hour candle is still around that level. On a 4-hour sort of a naked chart perspective, it also kind of makes sense for the 4-hour candle to flip up, right? But I have to wait and see. That's why I'm waiting a little bit more and trying to see if the New York market eventually pushes the price of gold down. Let's see. Oh, look at this, guys. Look at this. This can lead to both abnormally low or abnormally high volatility. So we just need some volume here. Let's see what's going to happen. All right, so if this hourly candle finally closes below 1789.80, man, that'll be lovely. That would be lovely. I think it's going to correct all of this here. That's what I think. All right, so Kevin here says, hey, US holiday, bro. How does that affect your style? I mean, it kind of doesn't affect my style, but I usually spectate into the market looking at the volume, right? Because I always need volume side. Ooh, it's pushing down. It's pushing down. So I always need volume side by side for my trades to work because I'm a scalper. To be honest, I'm a scalper and I always look to take like 5 to a trade that could last from 5 to 15 to 30 minutes, right? I'm not going to take a trade which is going to last me long times. So eventually I need volume on my side. So if it's bank holiday and if there's no volume, it's obviously no good. But if there's abnormal volume, if there's volatility that could cause in my pair to move in some sort of direction, that is good. So let's see what's going to happen. It's all about waiting for me. Eventually, it's all about waiting because today is Monday. So Tito says, I'm thinking selling if this 15-minute candle leaves an up wick and breaks its low. I mean, yeah, it kind of makes sense. But what I've seen over time is another thing. For example, if this hourly candle is coming to a close in the next 8 minutes, this hourly candle either can retrace even higher or it can actually push even lower. So do I want to be part of that retracement? Maybe no. Maybe no. So if I'm going to miss this trade, I will be okay about it. So that's just the thing about it. To be honest, I will be okay about it. But if the candles retraces up, that's only going to be a better chance for me to enter once price makes that new resistance. So let's see what's going to happen. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm going to stay out of GG here. Adnan says, check GJ, man. You gotta send me a chart, Adnan. You gotta send me a chart, bro. You gotta send me a chart, mister. Mister. Yeah, I mean, gold's pushing down. It looks more obvious to push down than anything else. We called gold sells from here. Obviously, we said the bias of sell do make sense. So I mean, if it's gonna push down, it's lovely. It's kind of lovely. So still waiting. Oh, now the candles are retracing up, so which is still a good sign. As long as price makes a resistance and pushes down with volume, if there's any volume in the market, it's kind of okay. So let's see what's gonna happen. So the hourly candle is coming to a close in the next 6 minutes, and it's kind of retracing even higher. Let's see what's going to happen in the next 6 minutes. Is it actually going to push down, or is it actually retracing to go back into the range? If any of the 5-minute candles or even 15-minute candle closes back in the range, that is not a good sign for sell. I have to say candles rejecting this range or potentially making a resistance to push down. So let's see what's going to happen. At the end of the day, it's a bank holiday, so we can call it a day if it doesn't make sense. All right, Mozart did take a beautiful trade earlier on, so that was good. He managed to secure 87 pips. That's good. Pretty good, Mozart. Pretty good. Baby. Ooh. Baby. All right, so the hourly candle has 4 more minutes left for its close. And the way it's moving, if this hourly candle leaves a healthy wick on the downside, that could only be a sign for the next candle to fill that wick, and that will be nice. But if this candle is actually rejecting that 17, 89, 80 sort of a level, it may even push up. But I'm looking to scale into sales than anything else. As I said, hourly candle closing in the next 4 minutes. Have to wait for this hourly candle to close. Let's see. Are we going to get some sell? Well, I am going to get some sell or what? Alrighty. And that is nice. That is nice soul. Let's see. Pending below 1789. Let's see if it's going to work. 1789. Or if this 30-minute candle eventually closes below 1789.80, it's a good sign for the next candle to push down. So let's see what's going to happen. Hourly candle going to close in the next 2 minutes. Two minutes. Hourly candle closing in the next 2 minutes. I'm thinking about a pending below 1789 flat. Let's see if it's gonna work. Give me a second. And let's see what's happening. Okay. Okay, yo. Okay. And the hourly candle closing in the next 30 seconds. Interesting. That is the open of the New York market as well. Am I going to get a correction of the London pump and the push on the downside? Because that is my analogy right now. So I've got a pending placed. So if the pending is going to work with the New York market, I mean, I'm going to secure, man. If the market's going to give me something, I'm going to secure. But if I'm going to get a hit on my stop loss, I mean, it's the first trade of the week, so it's okay. And I'm applied only a small risk because I know it's a bank holiday. Even if it makes sense for a pending, I'm still kind of conservative on my risk for now. So let's see what's going to happen. So it's actually a good sign for the candles to retrace up before heading down. If this hourly candle retraces up before heading down, that is only a good sign. So the previous hourly candle closed with a decent wick on the downside, and it seems like the candles could actually push down because the previous hourly candle actually closed below 1789. I haven't taken any positions yet. My pending is on place. So if the candles are pushing up, I mean, I don't care because I've placed a pending and I should be okay. But let's see what's going to happen. Jackie M says, bank holidays. So today is a no trade day for me. So gonna sit down and spectate. Oh, yeah, that could be the case, Jackie. That could be the case. Now, for now, look at this. So for now, this hourly candle actually retracing up is a good sign. Is actually a good sign. If this hourly candle could eventually make a decent top wick and grab its liquidity on the top before moving down, that could be nice. My pending could be activated then. But until then, I am just relaxed and staying here. And I just heated my food up so it was too cold. I'm gonna come back. Coming back. And still waiting. We recently hit that 430 subscribers on YouTube, so it's pretty cool. Thank you to the guys who have been showing love and support. 430 subscribers, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool the way the 30-minute candle is moving. Hasn't broken the previous 30-minute candle's high. If this 30-minute candle breaks the previous 30-minute candle's high, I mean, it's going back into the range, right? So if it's going back into the range, there is no use of keeping that pending over there. But if the candles start rejecting that level, that'll be nice. That will be nice. Let's see. It's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good the way it's moving. If this is a range in a 30-minute time frame, if that is the range, Candles were ranging side by side. This was the first candle that broke below successfully, and the second candle actually did a rejection with its wick and closed bearish all the way down below 1789.80. And this current 30-minute candle kind of retracing up all the way till the range, kind of trying to reject that range is a good sign for the candles to move down. So if finally if this candle starts rejecting that range, that'll be lovely. That will be lovely. Until then, I am just waiting because we are in the first few minutes of this hourly candle. So kind of waiting here, to be honest. Kind of waiting, sir, waiting. Let's try and draw my magical channel. Sometimes it's actually interesting to see how the prices in gold and prices in pound yen actually interacts in this channel sort of analogy, right? So it's actually interesting. So let's see if we have our channel interaction today as well. It's going to be interesting if it's actually doing so. So let's just use our channel sort of an analogy. All right, so this is going to be my roughly drawn channel. Ooh, and we broke out of that gray area. Looks like my pending is invalid at this point in time. So that is pretty interesting. I've drawn this roughly drawn channel, and the New York market is only causing the price in gold to kind of range. So the question we have to ask ourselves right now is it only a no trade range, no trade day today? And the answer may be yes. It's a no trade day today. So my pending is kind of invalid at this point in time, to be honest. And the prices are pushing up even higher. Even higher. Yeah, man, there's no volume, to be honest. No volume. So eventually, if this 4-hour candle is flipping bullish, maybe it's gonna push up. But yeah, I think my selling sort of idea is invalid at this point in time. It's sort of invalid. 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 Wow. Man, it's actually pushing up. And pound AUD pushing down. Look at that. Oh no, hold on. Pound AUD is rangy. Yeah, man, I think we're gonna call it a day in the next 10-15 minutes here. And obviously, thank you to the guys who showed up. You know, thank you to the guys from the Slack community who showed in. Thank you for the love and support. Thank you to the YouTube guys who showed in and showed the love and support. It's actually amazing how everybody is coming together to grow the channel one by one. It's pretty cool. So at this point in time, it doesn't even make sense because it's ranging. It's an actual good idea to call it a day. My London market correction sort of analogy is not working at this point in time. The price is retracing up pretty heavy. So what do? Maybe I am not going to force any trade, right? Tariq says thank you, Tariq. I mean, thank you so much. I mean, you guys have been coming here and supporting, so pretty cool. Looks like somebody's mic's on. Somebody's mic's on. Rhythnok says thanks. Thanks, Rhythnok. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. And our likes on the YouTube finally won against the dislikes. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. We had some funny guys over here at the beginning of the stream. We did get some dislikes, but finally the likes won against the dislikes. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Ooh, look at the way the 15-minute candle is printing. It's rejecting that top range. So is our selling bias coming alive? Is our selling bias coming alive one more time? What is happening? Is our selling bias coming alive? Ooh, looks like it. Interesting. Hour 15. Our 15-minute candle closing in the next 2 minutes. And the market is a little volatile. Moving up and down, so pretty volatile, to be honest. 4-hour candle closing in the next 45 minutes. Closing in the next 45 minutes. Looking at the 30-minute, the way it's rejecting the top, I mean, if it's going to flip a bearish, there is a chance it can actually push down. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. All right, so the previous 15-minute candle finally closed a bearish and obviously closed below the gray area. So the gray area was spotted before, and the way it's moving, oh, it's actually moving down here. It's actually moving down. Oh, interesting. Very interesting the way it's moving. We are 17 minutes in the market at this point in time. 17 minutes in the market. 17 minutes in the market. Ooh, and we're pushing down. We're pushing down nice and slow. Price is kind of rangy, to be honest. Yeah, I think this is going to be the point where I'm going to call it a day, because there's no use looking at the market when it's ranging, man, to be honest. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say thank you to the guys, and make sure you have a nice, beautiful day. Since the market is ranging, make sure you don't overtrade, don't over risk, and have a beautiful day. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. And I'll see you guys next time. We will come back tomorrow and try and attack the market the way we do. Our Scott says, thanks, Scott. Thank you, bud. Thank you. And thank you to my YouTube guys. Thank you guys. So this is what we're gonna do. Bam, bam, bam. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this here. We're gonna do this and. Oh yeah, Luke says, thanks man, character building day. That's correct. It has been a character building day today. I mean, obviously, if it doesn't make sense, we don't trade, you know, so it's simple. Don't need to force any trade. If you trade in this sort of market situation, this sort of market condition, that's where you lose. So it's better to call it a day because not every day is meant to be a trading day. So I'll see you guys next time. Until then, have a beautiful, beautiful time. Take it easy.